Welcome back to Commander of the Week. With Halloween around the corner, we're diving into the spooky, the Pharaoh, the tribal deck that will have your opponents howling at the moon. This week, we are unleashing the pack with Tovolar, Dire Overlord. What does this commander do? This is the best commander when it comes to leading a pack of wolves. On the day side, Tovolar states, whenever a wolf or a werewolf you control deals combat damage to your player, draw a card. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 3 or more wolves and werewolves, it becomes night. Then transform any number of werewolves you control. The Daybound. It's a 3/3 and it costs 1 colorless, 1 mountain, and 1 forest. The Nighttime. Tovolar, the Midnight Scourge. What it does, whenever a wolf or a werewolf you do combat damage with, you draw a card. Now, if you pay X, red, and green, target werewolf or wolf you control gets plus X, plus O, and trample until the end of the turn. Nightbound. It's a 4/4. Now, let's showcase how powerful this werewolf tribal deck can get by showcasing its 5 staples. Introducing first, Huntmaster of the Fells. This 2 colorless, 1 red, 1 white, human werewolf states, whenever this creature enters the battlefield or transforms into Huntmaster of the Fells, put a 2/2 green wolf token onto the battlefield and you gain 2 life. At the beginning of each upkeep, if no spells were cast last turn, transform Huntmaster of the Fells. It's a 2/2. When night hits, Huntmaster turns into Ravager of the Fells, a werewolf with trample. Whenever this creature transforms into Ravager of the Fells, it deals 2 damage to target opponent and 2 damage to up to 1 target creature that player controls. At the beginning of each upkeep, if a player casts 2 or more spells, transform Ravager of the Fells back. It's also a 4/4. This plays with the mechanic of daylight and night. If during daylight, if nobody casts a spell, your human werewolves will transform. And if a player plays more than 2 spells a turn, it transforms back to daytime. Why is Huntmaster of the Fells a staple? This card provides double value and disruption, which is crucial for maintaining an aggressive board presence. Moving on. Introducing Everbrook Caretaker. This 4/4 2 forest human werewolf has hexproof. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put 2 +++1 counters on another creature you control. That is its Daybound. It's a 4/4. When it turns to Nightbound, it turns into Hollowhenge Huntmaster. Hexproof. Other permanents you control have hexproof. At the beginning of combat on your turn, do the same thing. 2 +1/+1 counters on each creature you control. It's a 6/6. So why is this a staple? Because it provides hexproof once it transforms into a werewolf at night, which is your main objective. Make nighttime permanent. It provides hexproof to all permanents you control, making it extremely hard to clear the board unless you have a board wipe. Following that, Hollowpack Piper. 3 colorless, 1 green. It states, this spell can't be countered. If you pay a colorless and a green and tap it, you may put target creature from your hand onto the battlefield. If it's a wolf or a werewolf, untap this card and it only activates as a sorcery. Daybound. it's a 2/2. Nightbound, it transforms into Wild Song, Howler. Whenever this creature enters the battlefield or transforms into Wild Song, Howler, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature from among them and put it into the hand, and the rest onto the bottom of the library in a random order. It's a 4/4. Why is this a staple? This card allows you to cheat out huge mana cost creatures without paying its original source. For a value of 1 colorless and 1 green, you could change the game very easily. You could summon something as big as Critical Behemoth or Voritrax and change the game. Moving on, the staple instance of the deck. Moon Mist. 1 colorless, 1 green. Instant. Transform all humans. Prevent all damage that will be dealt this turn by creatures other than werewolves and wolves. How important is this? Its versatility of Moon Mist makes it a must-have for any werewolf deck. It protects the board from direct attacks, transforming your creatures. And if you have creatures like Overlord Caretaker that gives your creatures hexproof and +1/+1, that would benefit the board. And having it activate and flip your creatures also gives us benefits for other buffs. Moving on to a extremely powerful enchantment. Unnatural Growth. 1 colorless, 4 forest. Enchantment. At the beginning of each combat, double the power and toughness of each creature you control until the end of the turn. Why is it so powerful? It allows your creatures to get very big both on offense and defense, allowing for perfect board presence both in attack and defense. And with combinations like Moon Mist, you cast the Unnatural Growth, wait a turn, somebody attacks, you play Moon Mist, now they flip, and you have creatures like, obviously a staple, Overlord Caretaker, hexproof, +1/+1 for a creature, and it just ramps up along with other actual engines that give creatures trample. You just go rampage like an actual werewolf. You become feral and you just go and shred up the opponents. So, final thoughts. This deck is a blast to play, and it's a perfect Halloween season deck to play. It's aggressive. Its creatures focus on making sure your opponents are trembling in fear by drawing for each attack, by pinging opponents for each attack, by providing trample and hexproof to your creatures during attacks, by making sure it's always night and it benefits you. So, what do you think about this deck? What do you think about this commander? Have you guys played it before? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more commander fun.